Hello. How are you guys? How are you folks doing this Saturday morning? Welcome to another edition of Chronic Pain the Inner Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent, your host, and thank you for being here. Okay. This is another live that I wanted to get out this morning. So I started out late because I was watching the NBA games. Of course, I saw how the Lakers, pretty much handled Miami. Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm not a Laker fan, but my goodness, oh yeah, the Lakers are doing, they're doing some things out there. Oh yeah, so what's the series now? 2 games to none. Um, at least I could say Miami might win one game. You know, oh yeah, they might win one game and then it's over, in my opinion. So yes, guys, welcome here, and like I said, it's Chronic Pain, Raymond Nugent, Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, and thanks for having you on board again in another edition of my live chat. Um, guys, this morning, guys, I just want to talk about, how we're doing, how we're feeling, how people are coping, with their issues, whether it's, chronic pain or stress. Because, chronic pain brings on also chronic stress. So, another chronic, we're in a pandemic where it's over 6 months. And, right now that's very stressful. You know what I mean? So, yeah, even this pandemic on us right now, is stress. So we are in a lot of stress right now, and we're trying to just find ways how we could cope, and just help people, and each one teach one. You know what I mean? And we'll just take it from there, and move on with life, because just have to know how to live it. Once we know how to live it, then we're good to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just taking it day by day. Like I said to you guys, 1 foot forward, and that's how I move on, and that's how I try to operate at least. And so far, it works for me. So that's why I'm here, and I could inform you guys that you just focus on yourself at times if you're going through any chronic issues, and just put 1 foot forward. 1 foot forward, and you'll see the big adjustments. You know, you know what I mean. You'll see the big adjustments in your life once you start taking certain control. Do a little bit of exercise. You walk. Just do the necessary things. That's what I mean. Take some time for yourself. Take control of your life. So that could also help. To alleviate a lot of stuff from yeah, what's going on with us. So oh yes, we all of sure, some of us are off from work, and for the ones that were at work, just try to pace yourself, and just do things in moderation. You know what I mean? For the ones who are home, enjoy your Saturday, and just find something positive to do. You know what I mean? And spend some extra time with the family. I know you guys are spending time with the family now more constantly, but but also people are working from home, so you're busy Monday through Friday. So if you're a Saturday off, spend some special time with the family. I don't know what's going on today. Tomorrow's not promising, and we all know that. So we just want to enjoy the days while we can. Yeah, enjoy these days while we can. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's pretty much what I could say as far as on a day by day how to enjoy, and just take time for yourself and your family as well. You know what I mean? Because that's very important. You know, yeah, very important, because you're going to look back at that years to come, and you're going to be mesmerized. Mesmerized. Oh yeah, mesmerized. Yeah. Yes, folks. So just take some time for yourself, man. And do what's best for you. your day, you know, in stride, moderation, but whatever you do, you enjoy. You know what I mean? Just make sure you enjoy. Yeah. Today's Saturday. Here in Florida. I mean, it's not. It's just a little. It's very nice outside. It's not cold. It's not. It's just like a little cool. And because when I went outside this morning, it was probably about 65, and I felt it. Because I wanted to go to the gym. So I know I do the workout. So I came back home, and I just let time go by. Nature takes its course. And I strongly think after this, live, I should be able to go to the gym because the body's feeling a little bit better, and that's just the way it is, once the day goes by in Florida and it gets warmed up, then the body started feeling a lot better. So, yeah, so I might wind up going to the gym, try to get a little exercise in and, take it from there today because that's pretty much what I might do. Hello, how are you, Rita? How are you, Mbaka? How are you? Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here, my friend. Nice to have you here. You know, how are you doing? You know, let me know if you could hear me. You know what I mean? I'm using a earpiece and thumbs up for the host, man. You know what I mean? Exactly. Thank you very much. So let me know if you could hear me because I'm using a earpiece and just let me know if you could hear me. So I could either take it out or make some adjustments. All right. So how was your Saturday going? It's chronic pain. That's always my subject, and that's pretty much what I deal with. But this morning we're just chit chatting about life, and just can you imagine where were you last year this time, or what were you doing in your life? Because this time last year we weren't introduced COVID. We had no knowledge of it. So we didn't think. You know what I mean? So this time last year, can you imagine what a lot of Americans were doing, or people around the world? Taking vacations, planning vacations. You know what I mean? Enjoying family. So stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, stuff like that, Rita. So yeah. So just can you imagine what were you doing last year? Because this year came around. We find ourselves in a chronic condition. Which is see, COVID-19, CV-19, and you know, I heard yesterday, that the president, what I mean, also, have that, which I wish him a speedy recovery, but he should have listened, do that stuff, then it wouldn't have happened to him. So you learn from your mistakes, and I hope you do, and I hope he make better judgments, and I hope he stand up for the people and do what's right. Because I know you see yourself in a situation where you don't know what might happen to you. So learn from this, sir, and try to do better. Make yourself a better person, and I'm a better man. A better politician, and a better human being. All right. So yes. So get back to my friends and my folks here with chronic pain. Yeah, man. So month of October. All right, Rita. Month of October. Um, and I want to look at the months and see, like what celebrate during the months as far as chronic conditions are concerned. Because once you're on this platform, you kind of have, like extend it a little bit, and that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm not going to talk on these things. I'm just going to let you know the awareness. The people that knows it talks about it best. And you guys can do the research and try to find it out. But yeah, this month October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Again, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Also, Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Down Syndrome Awareness Month in the USA. Actually, no, it's worldwide. I'm sorry. So breast cancer worldwide, Down syndrome worldwide. Now in the USA, also the USA they celebrate breast cancer, but I'm just saying it's worldwide. And then just in the USA, I think only with their coalition, the team, in the month of October, they also celebrate Healthy Lungs Month, and also liver awareness. See, I mean, until I start doing research, I didn't even know these things. Seriously. Yeah, but it's good to know. Yeah, because you have these programs and you have these people that you could talk to, and they could make you feel at home, and make you feel like you're not alone, and you could focus on your life and become a better person. So yeah, so these outlets are there. So take advantage of them, and see what you could do as far as treatments are concerned. If you find yourself in any one of these predicament, hope not. Hope not. Okay, but it's awareness. It's the awareness. So it's out there. All right. So yes, guys. Coming back to our Saturday. It's just a relaxing day for me here in Florida. You know what I mean? And I just feel like getting on a machine here, just jumping on live because I wanted to do it earlier, but like I said, I woke up a little bit late because I was watching. Good evening, my dear. I was watching. Yeah. So I woke up a little bit late this morning. Then I was feeling a little, yeah, not to myself, that normally that I could bear. And I got dressed and walked over to the gym. And I looked at all the stuff that's in there, the bike, the treadmill, and whatever. And I was like, I started to try to stretch, and I, feel the way I felt, and I'm like, not right now because we know our body, so we know when to do what from not when to do certain things, because we learn, our bodies from sometimes mistakes, people telling us, and also educating ourselves. So yeah, I stood up and I looked around and I saw there was no one there, so I'm like, okay, see you later. So yes, I came back home and I made another cup of coffee because I'm a coffee guy. So I made another cup of coffee and I had some research I was working on last night. So I said, you know what, let me start live this morning and bring forth some of these stuff that um if you don't know, just let you know and let you be aware that it's out there. Yeah, so I really thank you for tuning into my live, my dear. And I really do. So I hope I could help somebody from just speaking on what I've been through and how they could alleviate certain chronic pain issues or chronic stress because right now I tell you we have to after COVID we're gonna have to deal with another big situation, chronic stress, because it's already there and it's going to be there for a couple of years, because a lot of people right now are still in suspense, include myself, you know. But I try not to stress myself because I find other things to do to keep my mind occupied. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people who are in stress because they're home, no money to pay their bills, their mortgage, their rent, etc., etc. So these things are real issues, and people are very stressed out. So yeah, so we have chronic stress that America have to deal with, and I am hoping that they're ready for it because normally when I say these things, I see it happens like months down the line. Just like even when with the school situation and how they should have started looking into it before the middle or the end of summer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're going to be dealing with another thing that called chronic stress. And that's going to be from people who just couldn't deal with the situation that we're in right now. Something that you're going to see multiplying in a fast pace. And also I want to speak on it because it has to be spoken on. The suicide rate right now is very high. You know, it's very high. It's just because it's not being covered. Because there's other stuff that's occupying the news media, the election, COVID, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, so chronic stress is very high. Also, the suicide rate. And that's why I said people need you need someone to talk to. You want to talk to psychologist, talk to a friend, talk to a family member. Maybe they could recommend you to someone that would be able to help you out. But we can't just keep these things to ourselves because oh yeah, it'll break us down. So yes, so we have to be mindful and know when it's time to speak to someone. Because you have to understand we could be very stubborn. You know what I mean? As human being, yeah, we could be very stubborn. So we have to be mindful of popping up, under the umbrella of COVID-19. Yeah. So I tell you, I wish everybody well because this is not something that none of us understand, and I don't think we're going to understand it for a long time. Because up until today, you can't have one piece of truth about it. You know, it's just different information. So we're very confused, not a little, very confused. You know what I mean? So I am not looking for an end to go away because I know they're not going to give us an answer, at least not right now. I'm just looking for it to go away so everybody could go back to their normal life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So everybody could go back to their normal life because this can't be the new norm. No way. It can't be. You know what I mean? So I think eventually it will go away, but we just have to take better precaution and do what's right. Because that's probably the only way we're going to slow it down and eventually get rid of it. So because you have to understand, if number 45 was doing what was right, then it wouldn't be in the hospital today. So hey, learn from example, and learn from other people's mistakes. You know what I mean? And do what's right because the life you save could be yours, could be a family member, could be a friend as well. So we have to be careful and be cautious and also be mindful, and just don't take nothing for granted, especially for the younger generation. Don't take nothing for granted, please. They work very hard, to get us where we are today. Include myself, work very hard to get us where we are today. So the younger generation, show some more respect to life. Not all you guys, but some of you guys, show some more respect to life and people's life. And because another thing that I see is on the rise, which I thought about months ago, and I think I spoke about it as well. The crime rate is also on the rise. It's not been spoken about being just like I said. Other things are taking up the space in the media, so you're not hearing about these things. But yeah, the crime rate, it's getting very, very high. The violence, is getting very high. Very high. Violence at a staggering number. But it's not being talked about like it used to because there's so much other stuff to put make the day for the news, like politics and COVID, which I understand, but some of these things also need to be injected. Before all the COVID and politics, yes, we had violence, and they spoke about it, and people trying to find a way to curb it, and place what I mean, law enforcement in where they're supposed to place them. But now, it's not being talked about like it used to because other stuff picked up that space in the media. So, but every once in a while, just look at your neighborhood and see what's going on. As far as on your news channel, just look at your town, look at your city, and see what's going on. And then you could start doing your own brainstorming, and you'll see how you break down and get to the truth. Because oh yeah, it's on the rise. Because I remember when COVID just came in, to us anyway in America. The first thing that I saw, toilet papers and stuff, they were, being sold, at a rapid pace. But then firearm was the second thing that was selling at a rapid pace. So I think a lot of people know what was to come. What's to come. It doesn't matter what color you are, but a lot of people knew what was to come. So they try to protect themselves, by getting their firearm. And if you can get if you are allowed to get a legal firearm, why not? You have to protect yourself and your family. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so a lot of people went out and they did buy their firearms, and I guess it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. But hey, if it does, then hats off to you. You have to find some way how to protect your family. You know what I mean? So yes, so people analyze knew that where it's coming down to right now because you see the employee the ratio of unemployment, and how very unstable things are right now. For example, this week you saw how Disney, I think they laid off, I think about 28,000 people, and that's cutting people from the theme parks up to executives. And I think this coming week, the airline companies, they're going to cut tremendous amount of jobs as well. So they're chopping down because a lot of them didn't really get that second round money as yet. So you're seeing massive layoff. And that alone is just mind blowing, staggering, and it's a mental issue because how are you going to pay your bills or are you going to live? You know, it's hard. You see what I'm saying? It's very hard. We should have done better as far as the government system is concerned, and making sure that people could have at least a roof over their head. Because the last time the government issued that $1,200, I mean, Jesus, done and gone and forgotten and whatever. They were supposed to issue another stimulus package, and it's still up in the air. And if people were waiting on that just to buy food, they'd have been dead from starvation already. Just think about that. If you were waiting on that to buy water, just water, you'd have been dead. You'd have been dead because they would be sitting there procrastinating until you're dead. You know what I mean? So what do you say to yourself? Every time you have to, deal with certain things, it's just going through so many hurdles. But you could bail out companies. But the taxpayers that work and put that money there so you could, use it to bail out, other people, they work and pay taxes for that money. You know what I mean? Include myself. You see what I'm saying? And then turn around, you can't even offer them just something to cover their head and their children's head, which is called a roof. You can't even offer them that. These are the things that government needs to talk about, really, because you have to understand these big companies, they only leave to run their company. All the other money goes to shareholders. 4% can't run a company for 3 months. No. So that's why you see if there's any kind of catastrophe or any kind of stuff that you see that's going on, these guys get bailed out because there's not enough money in escrow to keep the company afloat. So that means you have to stop giving away that much money to your investors. You have to learn how to do things in a different way, because we have seen this so many times. Auto industry, you know what I mean, to other industries, the airline industry, you know what I'm saying? And look at the people today that's supposed to get, say, okay, let me keep the people afloat, the ones that are laid off, the ones that's lost their jobs. You could go on recess to your plush, vacation homes, recess, while you're sitting there with these people dangling, probably don't even have a roof over their head. Some of you guys have 10, 15 homes. Some of these people can't afford to have you guys. Just think about it, man. These things also elevate crime rates. They does. But you know why they don't care? Because you have to look at the investors in the prison system and the jail system. Bulls and buddies. You see what I'm saying? So the crime rate get high, their friends make more money because they're all investors in the prison system as well. You know what I mean? So that's why you see that negligence where, the spike in things and, what's happening around us. Yeah, because you have to understand, your leader could easily spike, crime rate in your country easily. And with this, I call that spiking crime rate. Oh yeah, I call that spiking crime rate. You put in profits in your friend's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you don't care. Oh, the good old America. People, let me tell you something. America is not a country. America is a corporation. And that's the way it runs. Okay? That's the way it runs. All right? All about investments. That's the way it runs. Which is a shame. But it's been like that for quite a long time. Yeah, so it's good that we could be chit chatting, each one teach one, and we all gain knowledge from each other. And if we're going through anything in life, as far as stress, chronic pain, whatever it may be, we should always platform where we could speak about what we could speak about as far as helping each other. Because I know in Florida there's a lot of elderlies, and they go through a lot of chronic conditions, especially in the time that we're living now, which is hurricane season. So we do have a lot of thunderstorms. So the hyperbaric pressure creates a lot of havoc for people like myself, and people that also have arthritis, and also other nerve issue. So it becomes chronic. That's tedious. But it's a give and take. You know what I mean? Because it's only like about 3 months out of the year. So I have to thank God for that. Because I really appreciate that. Because anything that could alleviate pain, boy, I tell you. Because I said, who feels it knows it. I felt some serious pain in my life. Some serious pain, and I'm sure a lot of you guys does as well. Because we all have different tolerance as far as the pain scale is concerned. So I'm sure a lot of you guys, as mothers, I heard been through the most serious pain, which is baby pain, and I have to agree with them. You know what I mean? So I have to agree with the mothers. But you know what? Speaking of mothers, they always say that the men can't take that much pain, which might be true. Guys, hey, don't kill me now. Don't kill me now, guys. Please. Yeah, it's been talked about so many times, so who knows? There might be some facts to it. Yes, fellas, I'm still here. I just have to tell it like it is. Because ever since I was growing up, I've been hearing that. You know what I mean? Because whenever like a male complain about pain, like when I was growing up, like for example, you'd hear my peers or someone in my family, oh, you never know, you don't know what baby pain feel like, you haven't feel nothing yet. So it was a thing that been said over and over, in the Caribbean. So yeah. Oh yes, yep. So that's the worst pain. I mean, and I do believe them. Hey, I do. Deliver a child. Hey, that's a miracle. You know what I mean? That's that's the biggest miracle I could see, on this earth. To bring forth a child, male or female. The biggest miracle in this world to me, to bring forth life. You know. Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys staying here. Moon, I appreciate that. Um, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing fine, enjoying your day, and thanks for that. Appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying the Saturday, whatever you're doing, and spending some time with family and friends. Because it's very important right now to spend time with family and friends because anything is possible, in life. Tomorrow is not a given. Tomorrow is a gift. So yeah. So we just have to live it day by day and the best we can. And I always try to stay positive. It's not always going to work, in a straight line, but if we keep trying, at least we're making better results. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, you never know who's noticing you. You know what I mean? Yeah, to see you in your transitions, and could motivate you as well. And that also have to do with pain because I've been through pain where I've spoken to people who helped me, to motivate myself, helped me to learn different methods of exercise, and just helped me to be more willing to help myself. Things that I really gained from speaking to psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff like that. Yeah, because they give you that sense of what I mean, hope. You know what I mean, and just the positive, just be positive with yourself. Because what I notice all the time when people are in pain, we tend to be tense. The body is tense. You know what I mean? So they teach you just how to inhale, exhale, and just like calm the body down side. Because sometimes we're very tense, because what we're feeling, and it could also help, for us to be, excuse me, walking in a very deformative way, or just because we've been doing it for so long, it's repetition, it just become a pattern. So yeah, we have to learn how to, just relax and let the body just let the blood flow, the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean? And That's one of the first steps. She had taught me as far as stress. So that the breathing was one of the first part. Yeah, and I remember she had made me a tape. Very nice psychologist. She had made me a little tape, a little cassette recording thing, and I bought one of those recording tapes. And on that tape, it was just breathing methods. That I should do it 3 times a day. It's like it's nothing like yoga or nothing like that. It's all about concentration, meditation, and breathe, and just let the body, just work together, communicate together. Oh yeah, and it works well. So I'll recommend that to anybody that is going through chronic pain. Try some breathing exercise as well. I never really mentioned that because I forgot about it. My bad. But yeah, breathing exercise. Before you start before you start working out. With your walking and stuff like that, because it helps loosen up. Your body, loosen you up, and also the muscles. Around the heart and everything just start flowing the right way because you're not tense. You're free. Because I tend to tense myself up too. It's a form of protection. Mentally. It's just a form of protection. So that's why we just keep it tense and after a while, we just like kind of like keep walking that way because like I said, repetition, could makes a habit just keeps going crazy. So yeah, so once again guys, I really thank you for being here because I really enjoy the support, man. And anytime you see me floating around on the internet, I always try to give support where I can because I know I will also need it back. I've seen a lot of people on the YouTube now doing a lot of tremendous things. And guys, just keep it up. I have a lot of supporters, and I also support a lot of people. And I'm just letting you know that keep it up because you guys motivate me a lot. I have friends like Laughter, motivate me a lot. I have a friend also here, Rita, motivate me a lot. See you around, and Moon, see you around a lot as well. And I really thank you guys because we're doing a wonderful thing here. Because you have to understand we're reaching the world, and so that's why it's good for us to keep the network growing and keep it growing and keep it positive and just try to give the best content as we could give. And that's all we can do. And just hope for everyone, to you know, reach their goals. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we have to hope for everyone to reach their goals as well. So that's pretty much what we can do. And I'll encourage just to put up videos, guys. 2, 3 times a week, and they could be like 1, 2, 3 minutes or whatever. But just keep your ears tuned. That's what I try to do. It's not easy to do sometimes, but that's what I try to do. Just to keep it out there that I'm still here, and the platform is still going and it's still growing. It's just that sometimes you have other things working on. You know what I mean? But yeah, so guys, I tell you, I tell you, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they're gonna go by so fast. You watch so fast because right now, I mean, with the election coming up and everything, we're losing sidetrack of time. That's why everything is just moving so fast because a lot of us we're not concentrating anymore about time. We're just concentrating on the situation that we're living in. So we don't even really. Sometimes people don't even look at their watch anymore for the past couple of months because they're just so concerned about the time that they're living in. But at the same time, you have to understand time waits for no man. You know what I mean? So it's moving at the still pace that it normally move, and it seems like it's moving faster. But it's just because we're not really paying attention or doing things within that time to set where we just time ourselves, and you'll be like, oh, it's 5 o'clock already, yeah. So time is moving, man, because I can't believe it. We're in October, because for some reason it seems longer in a way this first 6 months because of what we're going through, and then when we get to like after summer, it just seemed like it's just zhushing by, you know, because of all the hoopla in the elections and people in different areas. So yeah, so time is something that's waiting. Time wait for no man. Time is going. So I know right now we're bound to certain things, but we could try to do other things. That's possible and also positive. You know what I mean? So yeah, so let's, we have to learn how to improvise, because everybody right now we're improvising, you know, and just stay true to ourselves, our family, our friends, and stay true, God, whoever you worship, Allah, whoever you worship, you know what I mean? Muhammad, I don't care, just stay true to whoever you worship, because that's just your own personal preference and opinions. So yeah, stay true to that. And just be the best you can be in life, man. Life is precious, in regards to what you're going through, because I said to myself, if I could wake up and still breathe, you know what I mean, move around, to secondary, you know. Oh yeah, everything else is secondary, because you're able to move around, oh yeah, because I have never felt so out of myself until I had to use wheelchairs, to get to certain places back then. A couple of years ago, when I was going through more serious motions of pain and surgeries and stuff. I it just gives you a feeling, I really can't explain it. I'm not going to try to, because I respect everybody in a wheelchair, but and I understand the situations, but it just gives you that feeling that you'll never forget. Yeah, and plus when you were told that because I was told that from surgeons that they don't really know why I'm not in a wheelchair. So that's what I'm saying. It just bothers me in a way. But hey, I'm still here, so that's why I'm always thankful. Every morning I get up and I could put my feet on the ground and I could move around. Oh man, a given. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything else is just whatever. We could deal with it. You know. Yeah. Once we have life. Oh yeah. Yep. Once we have life, man. You know. We live and we learn, and if we keep practicing each one, teach one, man, we make ourselves a better society. And we could solve a lot of issues as well. It doesn't matter if it's medical or financial. We could solve a lot of issues. If we just be fair to each other. I'm talking about the government system all the way down to the people, and just each one support each other. I'm not, everybody won't be on the same path or in the same boat, you know, the same, we all won't have the same kind of optimistics or whatever, or goals, but we can support each other in whatever they like to do, as long as it's positive. Because I remember when I was younger, for example, my grandfather, he farm, and when I used to go see my grandfather, he have nice farms, right, as well. And they're heading to the farm, and then my grandpa would be working, and then his buddy stop and, hey, how are you doing, Uncle Raj? His name is Uncle Raj. They call him Uncle Raj. Rest in peace, Grandpa. And they stopped when the guy came and he pat him on the shoulder and he said, I like how the yam is growing. I like how the potato or the coconut. They give each other so much compliment. And they'll stand there for like a good 45 minutes talking. Then my grandpa forget that he's even farming. You know what I mean? That's how nice these guys used to live. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and compliment each other. And I think us, my generation, we have to learn how to compliment each other, man. And because that helps motivates us, you know what I'm saying? Helps us to blossom and better people, So yeah, I remember, clearly, that thing used to happen between men and women, because the lady, she walked into the store, she stopped, hey, Aunt Jane, how you doing? You know what I mean? And they check on each other, and then they converse for a long time. And look at these people, they live a very long life. Yeah, because you know why? They don't have that kind of stressful and tense lifestyle. Relaxing themselves, they walk, they eat right, because everything they eat was organic at the time, and if you don't have a transportation, you're going to walk because you're not going to think about it, because you have no choice. So it keeps them slim and trim. They didn't have no gym, but they stay slim and trim. Think about that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think if we were able to still go back and follow those methods, we'd cut out a lot of these diseases that we're seeing, and or some of these maybe something in the earth, because there could probably help me, resolve my chronic issue, and also other people, because the way we eat also represent a big part of our health. You see what I'm saying? Especially if we get some kind of sickness. So yeah, I'm trying myself to practice better eating habit, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But for me, I'm not a big foodie, but sometimes when I'm watching like the games or stuff, get carried away with the snack. You hear what I said? I get carried away with the snack. Oh yeah. Next thing I know, there's none left. So I'm like, so sometimes I hate buying like snacks because I go through it too fast, because I always find a purpose to get up and just go get me a snack because I'm watching something nice on television. I'm getting a bottle of water, but I'm getting me a snack. I come back and just sit back and yeah. So I try to snacks. But hey man, I tell you, it's not easy to do. So I'm trying my best. So our eating habits will help us as well, to prolong our lives. Especially when you get older. People my age and older. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it'll help us. But youngsters, you have to start eating from now as well, eating right, and then it'll help you in the long run, right? So yes, guys, election is coming up in America for whoever is living in America. I'm encouraging everyone to go out and vote. Whoever haven't registered to vote as yet, please do sometime today or maybe sometime next week, because the cutoff is coming up very soon. All right, because voting, we never know, might be able to help us to solve some of these issues. So it's very important. You see what I'm saying? Even though we know the selection of presidents, because I already told that, but we still have to vote, because even though they have those, whatever they have there, but the numbers are important. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's go out and vote like we never voted before, because our life depends on this. You understand me? Our life, my life, your family life, all our lives that live in this country depend on this election. Mark my word. So, youngsters, make sure you go out and vote. All them guys who are in the corner that just talk all the time and always talk about politics and they never register to vote. All y'all young black men, go out there and register to vote. Make sure you go out and vote, because in my opinion, if you don't go out and vote, you have no say in elections, or you have no talk in politics or none of that stuff, because what are you really representing in that area so you could talk about it really, or how it's always affected you. You shouldn't care, because you didn't vote, so you shouldn't care how things are affecting you. So that's why voting is very important. So all my little young brothers on the corner or wherever you are, go out there, register to vote, do the right thing, man, because that comes back and help you in life. You know, yeah, especially for certain jobs, they want to see your your voter's ID. They want to make sure that you're responsible. You know what I mean? That's a part of responsibility. You know, that's why you see people went through so much. So we could able to vote. You know what I mean? Give us vote. So it's our responsibility. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can't be irresponsible and not vote. And then if the person you don't like wins, then you're going to start talking a lot of stuff. And you never vote. So you really don't have no point. Yeah. So my young brothers, man, don't be afraid to go out and vote, man. You're doing the right thing, because it'll come back and help you. You know what I'm saying? It comes back and help you. You know, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because even that, because that walk you have walking in there just to represent yourself and represent America and represent who you want to represent as a governor or as a government, makes you feel proud, and that proudness could takes you a long way. So what I'm saying, as far as big transition in your life, different way of thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hey, Americans, You reserve the right to vote. See what I'm saying? All the distraction that's going on, all of what you see going on, because there's a lot of distractions, and I could talk about it right now, but hey, it's a lot. All of that distraction, everything that's happening, stated obvious, you know, just let it slide by you. Don't pay it no mind. Just go out and do the right thing. Don't be brainwashed. Don't be manipulated. Don't be mind controlled. Okay? Always think positive, you know. Think about the next man as well, the next lady. Let's just try to make some kind of difference, if it's even start in small increments. But let's just try. It's a shame to see what's really going on, around us. Really. It's a shame. It's a shame to see how they value human lives. It's that's why I said, guys, go out and vote. Do what's right. Take control of your life. Make yourself a better person because you can. The sky's the limit, man. You see, when President Obama was a senator in Chicago, he wrote his first book. Hold on one second. He wrote his first book as a senator. Um, the Audacity of Hope. For all the young black men that have no direction, read this book. Read this book. The Audacity of Hope. I think you could still find it somewhere. But read this book. Yeah. We're just starting to be tired, pretty much. You know, it's like we're living in a reciprocal, upside down. And we can't figure it out. Oh boy, I tell you, life. Bob Marley have a song that says, "There's a natural mystery, natural. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air." Talking about powerful music, powerful writing, powerful way of constructing his words so we can understand. See, we have to go back, look at what our ancestors did, you know, to make it better for us. Look at what a lot of the positive people did to make it better for us. Because this could be a stepping stool, a big stepping stool, a big transition. Just this could be a big transition for someone's life. So come back to this book. When I heard about him when he was a senator, and I bought the book, and I start reading this book, and by the time I got to the middle of the book, I said he's going to be a president. You know, when you read and you feel you become one with what you read, I said he was going to become a president. I didn't know who he was really. I just started hearing about him. He campaigning for senator in Chicago. He tell you in the book how he go door by door in the rain, in the snow, by himself. He walk. He put flyers on people's door numerous times on his feet. That to me sacrifice. I get everything right. But when you see someone make certain sacrifice, man, you have to learn how to take that and, catapult, rise to the next occasion, you know? Yeah, rise to the next occasion or rise to the occasion. You can't just sit back there and say, oh, yeah, I got to, whoever I like, in the office or whatever. And you never really did know how, you know, yeah, you'd feel about a person. So that man, this man, he taught me a lot. But a lot of things I keep it to myself because I wasn't talkative. Yeah, but he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot. There's also a lot of people that taught me a lot as well. I read Abraham Lincoln. I read a lot of stuff, history. Mr. Lincoln is also, certain parts of his books there. You have to stop and just take a deep breath. But yeah, um, there are a lot of good writers, good books out there that could inspire you know young lads, so they can make better decision. And some of them have better directions because we're losing young people at a fast number. And if we continue this way, who's going to be here to carry on the journey? Who's going to be here to keep procreating? Who's going to be here to keep carrying on the family's name? Who's going to be here to teach the kids about their past? Young people, we have to stop losing you guys because bad enough we're losing you guys when it comes onto the media. You know, sometimes the way how things are worded, and the way it's been dissected, some of our youngsters. You know, but we have to be wiser. You know, and also beat them at their best game. You know, yeah. You want to treat me like a number, so I'm going to make sure I know math. You know what I mean? Stay inquisitive. So once again, I want to thank all you guys for tuning into the live. Chronic Pain in the Demon, Raymond Nugent. Here with you guys. Hello, how are you, Elma? Nice to be here. Oh, Elma. Yeah, you and I, we were in. We're already friends. How are you? Yeah. Yep. Yep. We were on a different site this morning. We support different content creators. So yeah. So nice to see you here. I appreciate that. You know, yes, people. So right now we have to curb the future, which is the youngsters. You know what I mean? Try to figure out a way where they could have some form of sense that, because you know what, some of y'all could pick up political science, do this, do that, and become people that could be in politics, that could change certain ways and alter certain things, so things could be a little bit more balanced. But you have to have people in place, because you have to understand, march and demonstrate like we've been doing for the past 40 years. What is going to change? Yes, you might. For example, this was my first time in America that I saw certain kind of uprisings. I'm sure we saw things happen in the '60s, but I wasn't around it, at that time to see it. But yeah, this was the first time I witnessed certain things since the George Floyd incidents, and then other incidents where it just the Breonna Taylor incidents, and also other incidents that all those places, that Rochester, some places in New York. I don't want to call the wrong place, but some places in New York, stuff like that. Florida as well. Yeah, they become infectious. Yeah. So yeah, so I saw a lot of little uprisings, and they were for, like, of course, worthy cause. And I saw so many young people. I've never seen that much young people gathered and stay together for so many days and weeks, and let their voice be heard, and you know try to have some kind of equal rights and justice. And I commend them so much, because you know why? If they could go out there and march, they could go out there and vote. Easy as that. So young people, I commend you. Young lads, I commend you, because I saw you guys stood up, black and white, brown, yellow, no matter what color. You went out there and marched, did the right thing. The ones who did it peacefully, what I mean, respectfully. So that's to show you that if you could do that, you could go out and vote. And hopefully we could start making changes in small increments. And you young lads, start studying about some kind of political science or something to get yourself in where politics, if you want to, and make some kind of changes, because changes are needed. But we're not going to get it by just keep marching, 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 marching. We'll forever be marching. You have to have people in place. So that's why it's good to educate yourself. So you know what? I could run for office. I could do this. I could do that. All those increments are big changes. I could become a sheriff in the police department. I become a police officer. You know what I mean? Because you're in place to not deal with the nonsense. You're in place to show people that people's lives are supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're in place to help make certain decisions, because you have to understand, we march, we march. How much decisions do they make from us marching? Really? They'll promise you yes. You have to understand. You go out there, take somebody's life. You get fired from your job. You can find another job. He can't find another life. You only get one. Yeah. So that's why we have to learn to love, cherish life, and just let love be love. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yep. Let love be love and enjoy life. You don't have to worry about what this man is doing or what he's doing. As long as he's not bothering you, as long as he's doing it respectfully, focus on what you're supposed to be doing, your goals, your achievements, or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And everybody just live in peace and harmony. Yeah, it can happen because I saw it happen growing up watching my grandparents. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I know it's possible. And they had it harder financially. They had more things to go out there and, go crazy about. But what I noticed with them, they know how to hold their composure. They know how to ignore certain things. Some of us don't. It gets to us, then we get irate or we get arrogant, and then the arrogance turns into ignorance, and then you went out there and do something stupid. And there you go, the system that's waiting for you. The place that I tell you about, where they make their investments, big investments. I don't know if you guys remember in Pennsylvania years ago, there was a judge. Whew, he used to sentence so many young black men to prison. Okay, so many, until people start. You have so many. I'm talking about hundreds. So many young black men in prison, and then the states start looking at the charges and looking at alterations and just follow the trail. This is not alleged. This is truth. Okay, and guess what happened? He's in prison now. You know why? His buddy owned the prison, privatized prison. So he was making sure that all these guys go to his buddy's prison about $75 a day per inmate. So the state really didn't really look into it, as far as investigating. But it went on for quite a long time. And just that one man disrupted a lot of young people's life. Because they just look at you as a number, a dollar sign, an investment. So whenever they're on the golf course and they're talking about it, oh, I got it, no big deal. A couple of hundred people's life or their dreams or their aspiration. No big deal. That's what I'm saying, having people in places make a big difference, Yeah, because you know why? It makes the other ones take less advantage of you because they know there's people in place that could either prosecute them to the highest, you know what I'm saying, or make sure that they pay for it in some way or other. But we have to start be a little bit wiser, and young people just go out and vote like I am. You never been vote before. All my friends that tuned into my live, I've been here for over an hour, and me with my back issues, I started to move around. But I really appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate your support, and I just try to reach as much people as I could reach. And like I said on my program over and over, each one teach one. You know, So we just alleviate, if you're going through chronic pain or if you're going through chronic stress. I don't really know about chronic stress, but it's a subject I need to talk about. And it's also intertwined with chronic pain and also other chronic stuff because you know, you just encourage people to just talk to someone because I've been seeing a psychologist for the past 14, maybe 13 years. So the things that I already build up and the information that I gather, it's very valuable. So that's one of the reasons why I said I could touch on that topic, for a little bit, and then I just leave it to the ones who know it best. But yeah, stress is going to become a serious epidemic, a serious pandemic in America after CV-19. It's going on right now, but it's not being noted. But it's going to become a big problem. And just remember, guys, before I go, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month worldwide. Also, Down syndrome. Oh my gosh, and little kids, I feel so bad about. Oh gosh, yeah. So also Down syndrome is also worldwide. And then we have in America, we have Health and Lung Month, which is October. Health, you know, healthy lung. Pardon me, Healthy Lung Month, and also Liver Awareness Month as well. Okay, so if you have anyone in your families going through any of these situations, just give them a hug. Just try to have a nice little conversation and put a smile on your face. These issues are very hard to deal with, especially when you're dealing with them for numerous months, numerous years, or whatever the time period may be. All right. So I thank you guys for being here another day with Chronic Pain and the Demon live. Your host Raymond Nugent. I want to thank all my supporters, all my listeners, all my friends in the chat room. And before I always go, I said, just remember, each one teach one. The life you save may be yours. So just be, positive and just be aware and be mindful. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, guys. I see you again. Peace.